Okay, daily review session 9 of the 25th of February 2026. A range of things kind of happened today. So today, hold on, before I need to check the framework. I always need to check the framework. So first, oh boy, the nightmare that sleep has become. It's too warm. We bought this mattress because we thought it was going to help us cool down, but we're approaching spring, let alone, summer. We're going to be screwed for sleep. Because this thing is warm during, spring, winterish. So imagine how warm it's going to be during summer. I bought a cooling blanket. Hopefully that's going to help us out. Otherwise I'm going to look into ice packs, anything, all the kind of solutions that exist. Even just straight up just a fan or something. Yeah, so just less sleep. 6 hours and 23 minutes of sleep, and hours in bed was 7 hours and 40 minutes. I got so crazy last night that I just removed all the covers and stuff and just straight up slept without any of the covers. So that was a bit crazy. Duvet covers and stuff. I was just so warm. I was so fed up. I was hoping that would make a difference. Kind of did. I don't know. I just eventually fell asleep somehow. So, yeah. Besides that, yeah. Yeah, so how did I move forward today? I ordered 3 products. I ended up spending way too much on this kind of stuff. It was like 70 quid, I think, or something. I'm not sure. A little bit more, I think. Yeah, I ordered 3 products, and I reordered one of them that was selling pretty well, which was the Luminous Fidget Spinner. I think that one worked pretty well. I'll just see how it goes from there. Okay, how do I feel? I feel pretty normal. I kind of was like... I feel like, because in my free time, I actually chose to go doing cardio. I chose to do cycling and stuff. So, I feel like I kind of wanted to really do that. I was way too hyped up. That's why I went. But when it was, what's it? I guess when it comes to also just being locked in too much as well, I kind of don't like that either. So, I got out a little bit as well, I suppose, in some degree. I don't know, because sometimes chilling isn't my cup of tea. So also, yeah, okay, I'll just cover that a little bit later. Yeah, so feel fine, normal. I feel like I've got really decent coping strategies now compared to before to help me get through work. There's like a reward and a purpose now, and it's helping me build way more clarity. Where did I fail at today? Maybe I shouldn't have gone doing cardio. Kind of did waste my free time a little bit, but then again, I also wanted to go. I don't know if you can call it a failure, but yeah. I wouldn't necessarily go into how can you avoid, because it's free time. I can do whatever I want during free time. I don't need to call it a failure just because I chose to do what I want during free time. That's a bit stupid. What could be optimized or improved? Yeah, the research method. So when looking for products, just use AI and then do market research using the AI. And I think that works better for product research. And just get rid of Zeek Analytics. It doesn't do anything. It's pretty crap, I think. Because if you find products that sell really well, they only sell really well because they're super cheap. And you can't even find a decent, price point for that. So it's just, you don't make profit on those items. It's not worth really using Zeek Analytics. I'm still thinking about, the shop subscription. How does that pay off? Because it's a one-time payment. But I don't know. Do the fees somehow pay off? I guess they do. Yeah. Okay, there's a crazy person outside. Anyways, so what needs looking at? Yeah, just pretty much that's the same thing. But that just adds more clarity, I guess. So yeah, just as Zeek Analytics, using the right research method and everything. What is the main goal? Grow my eBay. How are my actions aligning with it? Well, I'm ordering products, improving my research method. I'm thinking about using AI to improve my market research and actually find better products. And I'm trying to get rid of Zeek Analytics to save a little bit of money. And I guess keep the subscription, because if that guy in the course says it's worth keeping, then keep it. I don't know about Zeek Analytics though. Zeek Analytics isn't that good, but I haven't really tried it for too long. I've got a month to try it out, see if it's really worth it, but honestly I don't think so. It's outdated. The data it gives is too outdated for it to be useful. Every time I use it and you try to sort by the feedback or whatever, it's a bit clunky and it just doesn't show up all the products. You don't see good products. It doesn't show you that. It just shows you the cheap crap that anybody can sell. And yeah, they sell a lot, but they're selling it for like 50 cents. Are you surprised? Like, you're not gonna make a profit on 50 cents. And I don't know what the other person's thinking, but the guy who's selling it. Yeah, whatever. That's about it. How will you act tomorrow? I'm going to get through work by maybe listening to ASMR as usual. Maybe try out the affirmations. Might be a cool idea, but if I don't like it, I just won't listen to it. I don't think I'm going to listen to it all day, just every once in a while. Just alternate between ASMR, affirmations, and then just, random crap to just fill in the time. I'll just try that out, and whatever other content. 1x speed for the goated win, because 2.5x speed you can't understand. 2x speed, those cause stress or whatever, and that doesn't help you during work. 1x speed, is kind of chill, and that passes the time the fastest. Though I'm not certain, because there could be other factors affecting it, but I feel like 1x speed does, pass the time the best. And how will I move forward? By ordering more high quality products, making sure that I don't get products that are too big, using the AI to do market research. I'm going to experiment with that, see if that provides better results. I think it will, because I found 2 products or something in minutes, 10 minutes or something using the AI, compared to I spent a whole hour and a half just to find one product earlier. No, I didn't even find the product, I think. Yeah, I didn't even find a product until I used the AI pretty much. So yeah, just use the AI, I think, to do market research, because otherwise you can't find undeserved, low competition, high demand markets. That you get a decent profit on, and they're small size. That's always the criteria that we're looking out for. So, yeah, and that's how we move forward. How much time do we have left? It's always a little bit more. I cover everything I kind of need, and then I don't really know what else to talk about. I guess it's still worth... I could change this up a little bit, but it's kind of worth just having any thoughts. I suppose 3 minutes to think about my thoughts. I honestly think that having this recreational time balanced with work time is really, really powerful. There's the mandatory 2-hour time block that you're supposed to do, right? And you have your habit tracker to tell you what to do. Use all the boosters and stuff in your habit tracker to help you do more work and stuff, and just doing the workouts on the weekends, running on the weekends and stuff on the Fridays. But doing this all together helps you keep a strong clarity, strong sense of mind maybe, or whatever. When you this negligence, I found is kind of curious. The only way I could move forward was by moving back, by allowing myself to rest and detaching my self-worth from work. I had to do that to move forward, which I found very, very interesting. Had I not moved back, I would have just kept doing busy work and not been able to move forward. But with higher clarity and just giving myself recreational time, I think it pays off more. Especially considering, here's the cool part, free time doesn't mean you don't do work during free time. You can do whatever you want during free time, that's the point. So if you want, you can even do extra work during free time, and that's the best part about it, I think. It feels like if you choose to sacrifice your free time, it feels pretty good then. You're like, oh, I'm actually moving forward and stuff, compared to if you just chose to work all the time, do busy work, and then you're just all chaotic and stuff, and you're really struggling. It's not about how hard you work or about how hard you struggle. It was never about that. Millionaires or the top people at the top, they use everything in their arsenal. They cheat completely. They take caffeine and stuff. They take they make sure to keep track of their health or whatever. Maybe they do fasting. They do everything in their power to optimize their mind to do work. And they just do everything, right, to make it as easy as possible. But then they'll claim it's just hard work, but they're kind of having fun sometimes, and they optimize it so it's as easy as possible. And they balance it with recreational time. I think a lot of them don't work 24/7, they still have like, 4 to 6 hours of recreational time. Almost nobody is that crazy to just work all the time, unless, I don't know, you're talking Elon Musk or something. But even then, it's like those kinds of people, who knows how long they actually work, I suppose. And some people, like, these people are wired completely differently anyways. Yeah, so that's what I think. I think very bad mindset is to ever think that hard work is why you succeed, like why you succeed. And I really got that message from a YouTuber called Brandon Carter or whatever. He's like really honest. It's really interesting. Like, he's a person at the top, and he's a bit ridiculous sometimes, but he gives like real facts, I think, and he's really worth following. But like, one of the videos he mentioned, it was like, he talks about all this stuff that, the people at the top take just to, stay at the top, stay in competition with everybody, and there's just a bunch of cheating. There's like, everybody who's hard set into believing that hard work and playing fairly is how you win are the losers, and all the cheaters are the winners. So, it's a very wrong idea to think that it's hard work that makes you succeed. Like, it's such a basic, incorrect idea. Very ignorant, I suppose. Or arrogant, depending on how you want to frame it. But honestly, it's just cheat, and just do whatever it takes to kind of succeed, I guess. That sort of thing. And make sure it's sustainable and you can actually keep going and stuff. Yeah, I'm going to end the daily review session 9 now, I guess.